Let me ask you something. What comes to your mind when I say the word autism? Maybe someone who doesn't make eye contact, or someone who doesn't talk much, or maybe someone who's incredibly intelligent. But wait, what we think about autism is actually true. Because हमने autism के बारे में बहुत कुछ सुना है. But not everything is a fact now. So today we are going to find out some common beliefs about autism and we'll identify what are the facts and the myth. And trust me, कुछ myths ऐसे हैं जिन पे शायद कभी ना कभी आपने भी believe किया होगा. So imagine you are at someone's birthday party. You gave them the gift. They didn't even look at you or made eye contact or they didn't even smile. What will you think? Maybe they don't like me. Maybe they just don't care. But here's the thing. Can we really know what someone is feeling by just looking at their expressions? Not necessarily. People with autism experiences emotions such as love, sadness, fear, excitement, anger, etc. But how they express it can be sometimes different from others. So remember, different expression does not mean no emotion. मतलब reaction अलग हो सकता है, feelings नहीं. Let's just talk about another assumptions about autism. Someone says, "Oh, I know what autism is. My cousin brother have it." By knowing one person with autism does not mean that you know what autism look like to other people as well. But why? Because autism is a spectrum. For one individual, they may communicate verbally, while for another, they need alternative communications. For one individual, they may do their task independently, while other may need significant support. For someone, they are more prone to sensory stimulus, while others may experience it differently. So there isn't one single way to be autistic. Simple words may, one diagnosis doesn't always mean one personality. So now let's just talk about another stereotype about autism. You might have seen these in movies, where there is a person with autism who is solving impossible math questions and everyone was like, autism means a person who is very genius or who is very intelligent. But real life isn't a movie. Every individual with autism have exceptional abilities in some specific areas. But that does not mean that individuals with autism are all mathematical genius and artists, writer, musicians all have extraordinary memory. हर individuals के अपने strength और challenges होते हैं. So autism does not automatically equal genius. Now this one is particularly harmful. Imagine someone saying to a parent that your child behaved this way because you didn't raise them properly. Now that's a very unfair assumption. Autism is a complex neurodevelopmental condition and research supports the involvement of biological and genetic factor. It isn't about how a parent is like more strict to the child or relaxed or not paying much attention to the child. Instead of asking whose fault it is, let's just ask what support does the child actually need. Blaming creates guilt, but understanding creates support. Now here's the biggest myth. You can tell someone by looking at them whether they are autistic or not. Can you? No. Autism does not have any specific physical appearance. Some characteristics can be noticeable while others can be less obvious. That's why we shouldn't diagnose anyone based on one behavior or simply just by looking at them. A proper diagnosis requires a comprehensive assessment by professionals. So, one behavior, not enough. A Google search, definitely not enough. A proper clinical assessment, that's what matters. So next time, if you notice a behavior you're not able to understand it, don't just label it. They are rude, they are weird, they just don't need to behave properly, or they are not interested. Instead, pause, learn, and try to understand. Because the behavior we see sometimes is only the surface. There is a whole person behind it. Awareness starts when we stop judging of what we don't understand. So remember, break the myth, understand the fact, and spread awareness. Thank you for watching.